What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to another Epic 7 video. We're about to watch the BRIEG preview. Smilegate finally released his kit for us to review, and he'll be coming out already next week, I believe. So let's do our first impression. Check him out. Looks-wise, animation-wise, he's killing it. Smilegate's killing it. I can't believe I'm more excited for BRIEG and Lord Kane than some of the other like vampire waifus that might be coming out, like Elvira, if you guys know who I'm talking about. She was, I think, previewed here and there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and just press play and check this out together.
The path I walk is dictated by me alone.
The Shadow Elf.
And I will follow it.
Very edgy.
Even into darkness. I have
It's like the male Briar Witch Iceria, kind of. Boom! I love that sound. Sick animation.
Your suffering is self-inflicted.
Voice is
BRIEG
good.
is the commander
Look at
of
those
the Shadow Elf
abs.
soldiers.
My God, what is that? 12
Previously,
pack?
he was the sole heir to the throne.
The sword is
However,
really
the
cool.
weight of this role subjected him to extreme scrutiny, causing him to rebel.
Man, guys, this is like there's so many anime characters, right, that have like the third eye kind of thing. The whole Shadow Elf, the dark vibe. I think he's gonna be a fan favorite. Just looks aesthetic wise, right?
This in turn deepened into
He even
conflict with the
floats.
sovereign
My
over
goodness,
time.
look at that cape too. This guy,
Factions opposing the sovereign and his arrogance emerged.
he looks like he'd be a boss
BRIEG
level
joined
character.
the rebels to dethrone him.
So this is the animation we
Since
saw
then,
already.
In order to live faithfully according to his own noble cause, he leads the Shadow Elves as a commander, not as
Not
the
the
sovereign.
sovereign. Okay, you
You
got a
can
little
learn more
lore
about the
background.
story by playing episode 5 in the Umbria of Eternity, which will be released on August 31st.
The 31st already. Okay. I don't. So he's coming
BRIEG
out.
is a 5-star.
We'll find out the release date. I believe I saw the release date was next week, guys. Correct me. I'll double check after this and maybe pin it in the info. But yeah, I'll find out for myself here. The story stuff is going to be coming out, it says already, after maintenance probably. As of recording this, still maintenance right now. But let's see here, guys. We'll pause and take it at our own pace. He's a Night Ice Aries. We knew some of this already. 110 base speed, and he has health and health for both imprint and the imprint concentration. Okay. I was worried he was going to have something like crit chance, which is going to make me want to wail out and get like multiple copies because I love these kind of Ice Knight. As long as we'll see his kit, but as long as he's a typical like knight that does some damage, I don't think health is necessarily like a must-have. So I'm hurting for bookmarks. So I'm glad I'm not tempted to maybe pull more if it was a more powerful imprint. But it looks good nonetheless. Let's go ahead and check out his skills now, guys. BRIEG skill 2, Spirit Lord's Protection, 4-turn cooldown, Fighting Spirit. So he's a Fighting Spirit character. Grants a barrier to all allies for 3 turns, and Perception to the caster for 3 turns as well. Okay, so barrier for 3 turns and Perception. If you weren't aware, guys, because they didn't write it here, Perception is, I believe, 15% crit chance and 15% crit damage. So when we do build this guy, assuming we're going to build him with crit chance, we'll see his full kit. But we only have to build him with like 85 crit if we want to max out at 100 with the buff. Crit damage as well. Don't overcap on that, right? So make sure you're accounting for the perception buff. Extra turn is always good. And then barrier strength increases proportional to the caster's max health. All right, so we have an HP scaler with Fighting Spirit. Extra turn is always really cool. And barrier and perception, kind of nice. All right, nothing too crazy on this skill 2 so far. Let's watch the animation together.
Soul is consumed, increases barrier strength.
Did we catch the full thing? Hold on, guys. I think I skipped a little bit of that.
Health. When 10 soul is
Floats a little bit.
consumed,
Swords
increases
pop out.
barrier strength.
And then we have the barrier, extra turn, and 3 turns of the perception buff, right? And then remember, he also has an extra turn too, so that 4-turn cooldown, we immediately reduce it by 1. All right, so there'll only be pretty high uptime on the perception. Very, very nice. So skill 3, Limitless Sword Arts. Man, we're getting edgy with these names. 2 souls, 6-turn cooldown. Wow, so 5-turn after skill enhancement. It's a long cooldown. Attacks enemy with the sword, dispelling all buffs. That's really powerful already. So a full dispel. And then decreases defense and speed. So a 100% defense break and 100% speed break, guys, for 2 turns with a full dispel. We also get a free 50% effectiveness, and it's HP scaling. Really, really nice. That's obviously very strong. This alone is going to set him up to be a pretty strong nuke unit here. That if you can follow him up, I assume since he's a knight, guys, he's not going to be able to kill things on his own directly, depending on how tanky the opponents are, if they have any mitigation. But this is a great setup, and it's really going to debilitate units, especially if they have no cleanse. But in this meta, usually your opponent will have some kind of cleanse, Mediator Quirk, something like that. All right, so let's keep going here. Let's watch this animation. Is this the one we saw in the preview? Let's check this out. Limitless Sword Art. So they're actually showing, guys, in PvE. Do they want this unit to be a PvE? I mean, defense break is obviously very strong in PvE, so let's see.
Increases effectiveness of this attack. by
Free effectiveness
50%.
too.
Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's
Yeah,
max
that animation looks so good. So that did 21k to this light. Is this light expo? This light boss here. The strip, the speed break, the defense break. Pretty good damage here. Okay.
skill.
And then skill 1. So this requires... So we have 50 fighting spirit from our skill 2. And then we get additional 25 fighting spirit here. 1 soul. Attack speed increases combat readiness of the caster by 15. 20% after skill enhancement. We have HP scaling again as well. After attacking when fighting spirit is full, consumes all fighting spirit to dispel all debuffs from the caster. That's great. A lot of these units have very big weaknesses, guys. This anyone that says like debuffs right now are easily controllable, like a lot of these units just get destroyed. So every composition now, unless you're like cleaving, it's really important to have some kind of cleanse, because there's just so many units that are annoying. Conqueror Lilies alone can just lock units down. So the fact that he has like a full dispel is really, really nice. That's automatic when he's at 100 fighting spirit. And then it activates his skill 3. Wow. Hold on, let me read this full, guys. So we consume fighting spirit, dispel all debuffs, activates the skill 3, the limitless sword arts, and it'll auto go into the enemy with the highest attack. Okay, interesting. So we have like a Remnant Violet-esque ability here with the skill 1, the fighting spirit. When he gets full, we have 50 fighting spirit from our skill 2. We just need 2 skill 1s then, right? Which it says we can get from dual attacks and counters. It doesn't say that's not allowed. So guys, I'm already thinking counter set Elbrus. If we want to gamble a little bit, and we could be going into units like Spectre Tenebria, Landies, things that are stealth. Because this says it just goes into the highest attack unit. So depending on what's on the opponent's side. Now if it's into units like Moonlight Landy, Admiral Landy with their anti-crit, I guess we get to D-break her, which is always really strong. But yeah, that might not be the best, because we're probably going to miss the crit there. Although, remember... yeah. Anyways, let's keep going on. I don't want to talk too much about Emma Landy here. But let's watch the animation here. Very cool already. Fighting Spirit that works with counter set. I mean, unless I'm missing something, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't see anything that says it doesn't work off dual attacks, counter attacks. So Elbrus counter set. If you bring Conqueror Lilies, things like that. All right, let's see the animation.
After attacking, when
I'm
fighting
loving his
spirit
kit
is full,
already.
consumes all fighting spirit to dispel all debuffs from the caster, and activates limitless sword arts against the enemy.
So yeah,
with
skill
the
1 just leads
highest
into
attack.
skill 3. It does the same exact thing. Okay, cool.
BRIEG's artifact.
Now his artifact, Broken Will. We saw this one already. Broken Will of the Priest, hit chance, and defense pen. Now, the guys, this is not bad, and it's cool to have hit chance and defense pen on a knight. So I might pick up one. But the nice thing is, I'm not unless I can't foresee the future fully here. I don't think this is necessarily like a must-have arty, right? I'm already brainstorming. I want to try Elbrus out instead, and counter set an Elbrus and really try to fish for those extra skill 1s that are going to lead us back into that skill 3, because the skill 3 is the real moneymaker here with the full strip, the defense break, the speed break. Proccing more of those, I think, will make him less ignorable. That's the problem with a lot of these knights. Sometimes they are either too greedy or they don't bring enough to the table where they can be ignored. So we really want to make sure if our opponents are ignoring him, hitting other units, he has a chance to really pop off still. Because with high HP, I don't think our opponents are going to focus him first unless it's with injury, for example. So this artifact seems okay, but guys, I think I'm going to try Elbrus off the bat. And for PvE, you can just run things like Symbol of Unity if you're worried about hit chance. Obviously, hit chance is knights versus the fighting earth elements or evasion units, but I don't really think we need this. In fact, I'm going to try other knight artifacts before this one, especially because I'm probably not going to max limit break this, yeah? Unless I'm super lucky when I summon for 1 copy. So I'm probably just going to summon 1 copy of BRIEG and his arty. Hopefully we get the arty. I'll get it with powder if not. And yeah, love the kit. Let's see the... let's talk a little bit
High
and
Commander
we'll...
of the Shadow Elves.
Where's his
Shows
lobby
a
animation?
noble cause over the throne. Players will be able to meet BRIEG through the Drop Rate Up banner starting September 7th.
I mean, he looks cool. I feel like
Thank you.
it's kind of plain, though, for how flashy the rest of his kit was. Okay. He looks good, though. He looks really good. So this PvE unit, guys, I think for a lot of players that need help here, what, usually you'll have, like, a debuff tanky opener here, Cecilia or something, but, yeah, speed break and defense break is, I think, what she brings to the table, too. I mean, I'm going to run him here. I'll run him for Light Expo or just light PvE stuff in general. Defense break and the fact that he can pop off more is awesome. But I want to see, hopefully they show a PvP showcase here. I want to see what Smilegate's idea of bringing him. Okay, here's one. And then we'll just talk real fast while this plays in the background. Mute it here real fast. So let's see the skill 3 damage. So he's ripping into a Bellion or a Belian, as some people say. Damage not impressive, right? But if you have someone to follow up here, defense break in a full strip is really, really good. And then the fact that we can proc more, right? He's already at 50 fighting spirit. If we can get him 2 more hits, he'll just keep popping off. And guys, they actually are showing Spectre Tenebria, so I wonder if it's going to be relevant. His random, not randomized hit, but his extra hit, I should say, the free skill 3 when he gets full fighting spirit. I'm assuming that's going to go into that Spectre Tenebria here. We'll find out soon. But I'm thinking, guys, besides PvE, he sounds really good for PvE. I'm going to try him on counter set plus Elbrus, of course. Stack a ton of HP for the damage. Remember, perception buff helps a little bit out with that. 85 crit. We'll cap out his crit damage or try to get as high as we can. And I think he's going to be fun. Now, the problem is in this current meta, red, green, blue units are always tough to run with how strong Moonlight 5s are. And on top of that, I think with ML Landy running around, you just need very powerful picks at the moment. So I don't imagine he's going to be a meta pick for PvP. I don't think he's overpowered at all. But he seems fun, and I want to have fun again in RTA. So I'll definitely rock him. And he looks amazing. I think he's a great pickup because he's nice in PvE too. I'll try him out for PvP and let y'all know how it works. But last thing here, I just want to see him press skill 1. And it should go into the Spectre Tenebria, right? I want to see the damage here. And then we'll wrap up this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you need help with the ML5 selector, I just put out a video for that. All right, let's see the skill 3. Make sure you check out that other video as well, guys. Let's see the damage here. We do have a crowd. If he's on Aureus. Yeah, he is on Aureus. Pretty good damage. Not enough to one-shot her. And unfortunately, our team doesn't have any more reach besides the Little Queen Charlotte skill 3, which we already used for the splash damage. So we're going to have to wait till this goes back. But, I mean, he's got this AI match, this arena match in the bag. But that's still really cool, right? That the skill 3 can go into the highest attack unit, the most threatening unit typically, and ignore some of these knights. So it's not randomized like Random Violet. I love the kit idea. Overall aesthetic, the fact that he's good for PvE too. I'm a fan. I'm pulling, boys. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.